Making headlines this hour, PPM running mate states Maldivians will not vote for a change seeking improvement but prefers a candidate who can deliver development. MACL reveals VIA is fully prepared for the winter season to meet the increasing demand of arrivals. And African leaders arrive in Beijing ahead of FOCAC Beijing summit.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome you all to PSM News in English. I'm Zunat Hassan here with the news in details. Running mate of Progressive Party of Maldives, PPM, Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said states Maldivian will not vote for a change seeking improvement but prefers a candidate who can deliver development. Addressing a ceremony held at Harimadu in Hadalo Atoll, the running mate of the ruling party said if the opposition coalition comes to power, the current infrastructure development projects will be halted. Noting that Maldivians voted for a change in 2008, Dr. Shahim expressed the days Maldivian voted for a change has become history and highlighted all citizens now seek development. State in Maldives has experienced a government coalition formed with several ideologies. Shahim said the coalition model failed in more than one occasion in Maldives. Moreover, the running mate said challenges were faced to uphold Islamic principles and values when former President Mohammad Nasheed came to power in 2008. In contrast, Shahim said President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom has exerted major efforts to restore an Islamic rule in all aspects. Citing the Constitution, Shahim said President Yamin must be given a second term in office to complete the initiated projects. Maldives Airports Company Limited MACL reveals Velana International Airport VIA is fully prepared for the winter season to meet the increasing demand of arrivals. Revealing information about the preparations, Managing Director of MACL Adil Musa stated the construction of the East Apron has been completed while the West Apron will be completed in October, adding that the new apron will be utilized for the winter season. According to MACL, the new apron, developed in an area of 80,000 square meters, can accommodate up to 21 aircrafts at a time. Moreover, Adil Musa said new check-in counters will also begin service in the winter season. VIA currently operates 34 check-in counters, and the number will increase to 44 with the addition of the new counters. The government exerts major efforts to enhance the tourism of the country. In this regard, the government has initiated an expansion project of VIA at a cost of $1 billion. Minister of Economic Development Mohammad Said reveals since the announcement of the mega expansion projects of Velana International Airport VIA, the government has faced several criticism and efforts to sabotage the project by the opposition. Speaking on a program aired on PSM News, Economic Minister Mohammad Said stated former President Mohammad Nasheed and Qasim Ibrahim worked to sabotage the projects while staying in United Kingdom. In this regard, Minister Said said the two individuals who has fled abroad following lengthy jail sentences has sent letters to several banks to dismiss the funds for the project. Noting that former President Mohammad Nasheed and Qasim Ibrahim are aware that President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom will bring the development envisioned by the citizens, the economic minister noted both of them lobbied international parties to stop aid for Maldives and to not support in the developmental agenda of President Yamin. Furthermore, the economic minister said opposition leaders only works to fulfill their political agendas and to secure the presidency rather than bring in development to the country. The minister also said the opposition does not want Maldives to maintain its independence and sovereignty and noted the sale of state assets while they were in power. He denounced the efforts of the opposition to defame and to halt the rapid development of the country. Minister of Fisheries and Agriculture Dr. Mohammad Shaini states the real pioneer behind the successful completion of Cinimala Bridge is the current president and the government, despite the numerous efforts of the opposition to take credit for the largest infrastructure to be constructed in the Maldives. Speaking on a program aired on PSM News, Fisheries Minister Dr. Mohammad Shaini expressed President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom prioritized socially beneficial projects, adding it has been proven within the past 4 years. Slamming rumors the bridge was built by a certain individual, Shaini affirmed President Yamin exerted positive efforts to make the dream a reality. In this regard, Minister said the President personally devised plans to generate funds for the project. Shaini, who has attended Economic Council meetings held on the bridge construction project, revealed President Yamin has personally guided to make the mega project a reality. Furthermore, replying to rumors stating the expense of the bridge are huge and a waste, Shaini noted a large quarter of the expenses are donations from the government of China. Is the strategy of the President was to build the bridge with donations attained from the largest bilateral development partners of Maldives. The Cinimala Bridge developed between Mali and Hulule is the first ever bridge in the world that connects two islands which are encircled by a coral reefs. The Cinimala Bridge not only realizes the development dreams and hopes of Maldives, but expands the vision for future development.
The Cinimala Bridge is a unique developmental venture conducted by the government of Maldives. The bridge, constructed by CCCC Second Harbour Engineering Company, is a significant project not just in terms of infrastructural development, but unique in being the only bridge in the world that connects two islands which are encircled by coral reefs. According to CCCC Second Harbour Engineering Company, this is one of the most unique projects successfully completed by the China-based company. CCCC Second Harbour Engineering Company is a company that has numerous such mega projects in its portfolio. Ahmad Shiam, who is writing a research on the development of Cinimala Bridge, described the employees of CCCC Second Harbour Engineering Company as people who would work around the clock regardless of sun or rain just to ensure that work is carried out according to schedule. He said CCCC Second Harbour Engineering Company lists the Cinimala Bridge as one of the 10 most unique projects they have conducted. Even the engineering work that went into the construction of the bridge was conducted in difficult circumstances. Male and Hulule are located on a major channel which translates into various engineering challenges that depth and varying currents pose. Speaking about the research carried out prior to the construction of the bridge, Minister of Economic Development Mohammad Said said some of the metal rods that were sunk into Gadu Channel for experimentation were crooked and bent due to strong currents when recovered. The strong currents reportedly posed as one of the biggest challenges. It was a common environment for fatalities, and in most cases around the world, several fatalities are reported during such mega infrastructure development projects. However, no such fatalities were reported during the 33 months spent constructing the Cinimala Bridge. The Cinimala Bridge is not just the realization of a Maldivian dream, it is also a source of national pride.
And now we look into the latest news updates from international arena. The 50th ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting and related meetings conclude, and the regional comprehensive economic partnership negotiations have made huge progress. We take a closer look.
According to Singaporean Minister of Trade and Industry, Chan Chung Sing, the chairperson of the ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting in 2018, the ministers have concluded 2 additional chapters of the RCEP in the negotiations. One chapter is on customs procedures and trade facilitations, and the other is about government procurement. The conclusion of the two chapters have brought the total concluded chapters to 4. The 6th RCEP ministerial meeting was held from August 30th to 31st on the sidelines of the 50th ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting and related meetings. The RCEP is a proposed free trade agreement between the 10 ASEAN members and their 6 FTA partners: China, Japan, South Korea, India, Australia and New Zealand. Launched in 2012, the RCEP aims to cover trade in goods and services, investments, economic and technical cooperation, intellectual property rights, competition policy and dispute settlement, among others.
The leaders of South Africa, Angola, Lesotho and Tanzania arrives in Beijing ahead of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation FOCAC Beijing Summit, which will be held on Monday and Tuesday.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's plane landed at Beijing Capital International Airport on Saturday. South Africa is the FOCAC co-chair nation, and Ramaphosa, who is on his first visit to China as president, will co-host the summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Angolan President João Lourenço arrived in Beijing shortly afterwards. Since assuming the presidency in September 2017, Lourenço has actively pursued deeper cooperation with China. Angola and China upgraded their bilateral relations to the level of strategic partnership in 2010. Angola is currently China's second-largest trading partner on the African continent. Lesotho's Prime Minister Motsoehe Thomas Thabane has also arrived in Beijing. The visit marks Thabane's first to China as Prime Minister. He attended the first FOCAC ministerial meeting in 2000, witnessing the birth of the forum firsthand. Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa arrived in Beijing around the same time. Tanzania was the first stop of Xi's 2013 visit to Africa in March. President of the Central African Republic Faustin Archange Touadera and President of Djibouti Ismail Omar Guelleh also arrived in the capital of China. During Guelleh's visit to China last year, China and Djibouti arrived to establish a strategic partnership to strengthen all-round cooperation. Themed China and Africa toward an even stronger community with a shared future through win-win cooperation, the Beijing summit will be a significant diplomatic event hosted by China this year and attended by the largest number of foreign leaders to date.
China holds the 7th Ministerial Conference as the final preparations for the Beijing summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation FOCAC.
Chinese State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi and Commerce Minister Zhong Jian co-chaired the meeting with South African Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Lindiwe Sisulu and Trade and Industry Minister Rob Davies. Participating in the conference were ministers or representatives in charge of foreign affairs and international economic cooperation from China and 53 African member states of the FOCAC meeting. Wang Yi said the ministerial conference has the dual task of not only holding the institutional meetings, but also assessing the implementation of the outcomes of the FOCAC Johannesburg summit and submitting the draft agenda and outcomes for the Beijing summit. Minister Sisulu said at the conference that all parties should work together and continue to explore more efficient practical measures in promoting the cooperation between China and Africa.
We are partnering with a country of huge manufacturing capacity, strong and technological advancement and capacity in industrialization. Our relations with China have already made great strides in addressing Africa's developmental challenges, ranging from education and training to healthcare, infrastructure development, tourism, and skills exchanges. We need to further strengthen these important facets of human development.
The Beijing summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation FOCAC is scheduled for September 3rd and 4th, at which a Beijing declaration and an action plan will be adopted to provide an action agenda for China-Africa cooperation in the next 3 years or more.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله